1995 to 1996.
Of the Rocky Mountains, just north of Colorado Springs, where the Tigers share a home ice with the Air Force Academy. Today, Minnesota and Colorado College go at it on MSC. This time out on MSC.
They are not going to talk to the players very much. That will speed up the game. Coaches alike feel that they want to do whatever they can to make it a faster game, and so they're not going to allow the players to talk to them during the course of the game.
Dan Woog's line is out for Minnesota. He has number 14, Wyatt Smith, the freshman from Warroad, on the left. Nick Checo, number 33, on the right wing. Icing called here against Colorado College. And speaking of here, we welcome all of you watching on KRDO television in Colorado Springs. Thanks for joining us on this MSC telecast. Wyatt Smith for Minnesota from center, shooting it in, then he was upended. Bach leaves it behind the net. Elfring taking a big hit. Hit there by Nick Checo. And now Jason Goodmanson, the sophomore for the Tigers, gains the zone, but someone was forced in ahead of the play offside. Off against McNeil, pulled the puck back. Crowley gets it, then takes it back to center to kill off yet more time on the penalty. Off Nick Checo and then into the penalty box, and we'll
think that last year these two teams split, winning 3 games apiece. And of course the Gophers going to that Final Four and defeating CC in that series, and they would like nothing better than to take this one here on the road.
You saw highlights in the open to our show here where the Tigers eliminated Minnesota from the WCHA playoffs, and then Minnesota countered and eliminated the Tigers from NCAA play. 10 more seconds left on this power play, which I think at most has had one shot on goal. Geronazzo in the corner. Anderson about to step on. This is Goodmanson, checked by Mike Crowley. And the penalty killers for Minnesota do the job. Jay McNeil out of the corner with the puck. Centers it. That's cleanly intercepted and laid out at center ice for Anderson. He can scoot, but Scott Swanson is back to get the puck first. Swanson, one of the fresh Swanson's line out for the Tigers. We'll watch him a lot, I'm sure, in 4 years here at CC. He's just a freshman. He's from Eagle River, Alaska, wearing number 27. They're very high on him. Now puck back into the corner. Dan Woog to get it out. And Eric Rude with a backhand pass to the far side as the roughing penalty.
Players in here, and of course you want to make sure you've got your man right there. You watch to the right of your screen. He's holding there, and just kind of throw him a little bit, and he's going to take the penalty as a result of it.
Scoreless first period as you see the time remaining. Period number 1. Bob Needham back in his own end. Geronazzo intercepted at center by Minnesota. And out of the scramble comes, well, no one's got it. And then played with a glove hand by Nick Checo, or a high stick, one way or another.
Play as well. They couldn't control the puck.
Jason Godbout goes after it. He had his pins taken out from under him. From center ice, Elfring shooting it in for Colorado College. And I think we're going to have an interference penalty coming up here on just 2 more seconds remaining. And now Jerry Krieger, I think, is enforcing a technicality in the rule. We're going to have Darren Clark going off, I think. There's a rule in the book.
Delay of game he may be calling.
There's a rule in the book now. If you are taken out of the face-off circle and your team is whistled again for delaying or causing a delay in the face-off, that's a penalty.
That's the right call. Watch on the right of your screen. Look where he is in the circle there right now. Already pulled out. There's the penalty. You know what? You do it once, and that's all you
play for Minnesota. Just to make sure we got that clear through to you, Darren Clark was the center iceman, was the face-off man originally. He'd been tossed from the circle, and then as you saw, he encroached to cause a further delay, and that
hit him from the side and almost put the puck into the net.
Swanson 5'10", had an inch advantage over the 5'9" Andy Brink. Right from the draw, a bullet. A hard shot by Waldo. And Woog to center ice. In full flight at center, Godbout tripped up on the play. The penalties are all over now. And it's back to the line. Zwackman shooting, a block by Geronazzo. Gets the loose puck, fires it down the rink. Should be icing. It is. And
we talked about the struggles he had last year. Games like this help him become a better goaltender, just from the mental standpoint.
Woog to face off against Shane. Woog wins the draw. The shot hits a skate. Woog goes zip after it in the corner. He is bumped on the play. Wyatt Smith the wraparound. And the save made by Bach. Big collision in front as Waldo knocked down Woog. From behind the net, Checo. Chased by Rude. To the corner, now in front, Wyatt Smith, a backhand. And a big save by Bach. Schmidt trying to shovel it out. So Minnesota's third line with the most sustained offensive pressure for the Golden Gophers here in period number 1. They lock up in the corner. And we get a whistle on a frozen puck and a face-off. Time for a little Molson Ice to be tossed. McNeil will go in. And everybody looking at their skates, making sure they're outside of the zone. Now Woog is tossed. Might set a record here. Berg wins the face-off, pulling it into the corner. We make that Wyatt Smith won the face-off. And Checo battles to get loose. Checo in over the line. Onside of the corner. Good play up the middle. And Woog misfired on the shot. Tigers jump on a loose puck and they roar to center. Then it's flipped in deep. Dan Woog, first man to it. They're just now announcing the penalties as McNeil shoots one all the way through. Cal Elfring played it behind the net. And here's Woog. Checo ran into Needham, but he gets the puck out of the zone. And Elfring back to get it. Elfring in over the line. Geronazzo. Big save by Mo. Here at Colorado College is 4 years on campus and out. They want you graduated in 4 years, which he will likely do in May. And even though the NCAA says he's got another year to play, he will not be back on the ice. Travis Shane goes after it. Crowley knocking it around. Woog after it under a minute to go in the period. Wrapped off a stick at center ice. Geronazzo had it for a moment. Checo for a moment. And now Checo shoots it in. And both teams will make a quick change. And he'll be joining Tom Reed at ice level after we take our timeout. 1 period. Played out at center ice by the Tiger player Brian Swanson. Scott Swanson and Brian Swanson are not related. And Jay McNeil from center shooting it in. Goodmanson steps away from the puck, then stepped into a check. And I think the Gophers, well, now which way is this call going to go? When the Tiger, Crowley to send it in deep. Minnesota making a change. Wasley keeps it alive. Turnaround shot blocked in front by Waldo. Then he was jammed up on the play by Minnesota's Wyatt Smith. Here's Travis Shane, and a break down the left wing came flying in. No shot on goal, but there's a broken goaltender's stick. And the Gophers have control. That stick is broken. Moan could play with it if it was useful, but it's shattered too much. Checo shooting. He shot it just wide. So Jeff Moan down the other end without a stick. Minnesota with some pressure as Checo shoots. Now into the corner. Wyatt Smith to the line. Wasley a shot. Blocked by Bach. And he covers up to get the whistle, and that helps Jeff Moan out. Not intentionally, but Moan will now be able to get a usable stick. And left it at the doorstep before it was cleared. Now Minnesota taking a little more control, and as I say that, they hand it away. Scott Swanson, a beautiful drop to Suizo, and an excellent save by Moan. Waldo back out at center. And he shoots it in out of play. Can play either wing or center. And he gets his first collegiate goal. Here's a centering pass by Checo. Goodmanson goes after it. Wyatt Smith ties him up pretty well. Smith 14 away with the puck. and finally had it knocked off his stick at the last second. Christofferson got it to center. Goodmanson couldn't control. LaFleur shot it in deeper. Waldo back to pick it up for
And number 7, Ryan Kraft. Time to goal.
Treble, and Kraft will get the assists.
From Treble and Kraft at 12:24.
And Minnesota, which scored first, has the lead again. Dan Woog in his own end, watched by Geronazzo. Off Checo's stick. Smith plastered, but he delivered the pass. Godbout brings it in, and it's swept away by Swanson. Scott Swanson, the defenseman. Back out at center, here's Walkman. Knocked down at center ice. Knocked down at the line, and then it comes in on Bach, and he has to knock the puck down. Travis Shane looking for Geronazzo, and he sidestepped the hit from LaFleur and lost the puck. Bertliot took.
Had a stoppage of play.
They roll the puck around into the corner again. And Nick Checo and Dan Woog are trying to get it out of there. Tigers prevail. This is Colin Schmidt throwing it in deep for Travis Shane. He avoids the hit, lost the puck. It's still loose behind the net. Smith playing it around. Brian Swanson, Scott Swanson keeps it alive. Jerry Krieger barking out that he wants him to move the puck. Now LaFleur has his man wrapped up again. That's Shane. That'll tire you out in a hurry, especially in the thin air up here. And Ryan Bach out to play the puck. Hit the linesman on the play, and it bounces to Schmidt, who fires high. Rebound to Schmidt. Can't tee it up. Nice play by Treble. Treble prevented the second shot. The face-off deep in their end. McNeil and Woog this time. And again to the corner. Treble first man to it, looking for Checo. Tied up on the play by Hartnell. And now loose still on the rail to McNeil. Here's Woog again. And Elfring. Bounces loose at center. McNeil once more. Some of the play has been rather ragged here. And now to Treble. Nick Checo waiting for it. Elfring. Taken away by Checo. And he comes up ice. Tried to shoot from center. It's deflected. And it hits the netting. And so far, I think the star of the game has been that man, Jeff Moan. 2-1 the score. But it'll be the third consecutive Tiger power play.
17, Dave Larson, 2 minutes for holding. Time penalty, 48 seconds. That's
48 seconds, Larson off for holding. And you'll see here in a moment that it is the fifth power play for the Tigers. Screen shot. I don't know how Moan saw it. They center it. Wosley knocked it away. And Checo shorthanded. Just outraces the man to get it to center and draws the penalty because of the speed.
Good play by Checo. He was just trying
Will be out, and Minnesota will have a 26-second power play. Larson is on. And he joins Checo and Woog up front with Crowley and Treble. Bach way out to play it off the glass. Treble holds the zone, and Woog hustling after the puck. Elfring clears it, puts it into the seats. And the face-up, 5 of the last 6 penalties. This one at 3:55. Elfring. They're going to call it interference, I guess, so Tom.
Either way, it's a penalty.
You bet. And Geronazzo played it down low. A pass across the crease, deflected actually behind the net. Geronazzo overskates it, and that allows Zwackman to get it out of the zone. Checo shorthanded, elects to rag the puck, dumps it in, but hands it away to Rude. Minnesota in the middle of a change. Eric Rude to Goodmanson. Stopped for a moment by Checo. And now Woog picks up the loose puck, plays it deep. And he digs down to go after it again. At the line, Zwackman trying to keep it alive. At least gains control. Allowed Woog to get out, and then they dumped it in. Woog misfired on his check. And here comes Hartnell. Left wing pass to McNeil. And he is dropped by Wyatt Smith. and they let that one go. Checo, a nice play to Woog. Woog in the slot, wrist shot, kicked away by Bach. A dandy of a save. A steal by Woog, but he can't control. And now Checo, as Minnesota looks like they want to dig down a little deeper to tie this game up again.
In this league.
What, 5 freshmen in the lineup for the Tigers and another 3 for Minnesota? Well, let's blame it all on the freshmen. But it's a factor, especially 3 games in. Off the far rail, and Woog had a swat at it. Now Schmidt races in. Bounces loose at the line. Travis Shane now watched by Crowley. And they lay along the rail there for a while. Treble waiting for it. Third period has been the best period of the game. 3 goals scored. All on the power play. And they're going to wave off the icing, saying it touched a Minnesota stick. Crowley's pass is deflected, but Woog gets it. Finds Wyatt Smith. Chases after that loose puck. Darren Clark gets it out of the zone. Colin Schmidt picks him up and puts him down, trying to get around Crowley. Back to the line for Rude. A one-timer whacked away by Moan. Needham shooting way wide. And it's off of Wyatt Smith and back into the Tiger zone. Gophers got a bit of a break on the in the last minute of the period in your end. Elfring shooting it in again. Tigers touch up. This is treble. Too far for Crowley. Rude fires it back in. The Tigers touch up once more. 30 left on the clock. 3-3 the score. Crowley now got it to the line. Rude knocked it down. And on the broken play at the blue line, it's finally offside. Classic periods of hockey, but this one was a little more high tempo, a little more offense here. It's a good maybe 10 players between these two teams who were here this summer for the Olympic Festival, which was, they trained here and then played up in Denver. So they have a little bit of that high altitude experience. 3.5 minutes left in the overtime. Rude, first man of the loose puck, now Clark. And Darren Clark, 3 on about 4 or 5 at the Minnesota line.
That was outside again. There's no question. To me, that was outside. The puck changed direction even.
Rude at center. And they lob it in deep. Now LaFleur. Off. He'll have Hankinson out with him and Bertliot. Or make that... let me line up the left winger in a moment. It's Rasmussen. Little difference in size there. Rasmussen trying to go after it. A diving play by Christopherson to get it out of the zone. Minnesota will try to regroup. They dump it back in. Rude after the puck, shooting it around for Clark. And Clark now to Christopherson. Half minute or less now in the game. And an offside at the blue line, and this time a 3-3 contest in which neither team had more than a 1-goal lead. Score. So we'll recap.
Gophers will gain control of the faceoff, but there in the second period, the Tigers had an edge of 15 faceoff wins to only 4 for the Golden Gophers. Here's Dan Woog to get it. Rifles it right across the front of the goal mouth. And Wyatt Smith was tangled up with a player. Here's Checo with a steal. Tied up now by Waldo. Dan Woog waiting for a loose puck. Roughed up by Elfring. But Woog grinds it out, puts it right to Wyatt Smith, and Bach read the play beautifully. Delayed penalty coming up. A delayed call on the Tigers as they gain control. There'll be a cross-check here, and a power play opportunity for Minnesota.
They include the
Gazette. And an important time also for the Gophers. When you trail by 3, you need to have that jump coming out. They've had that so far in this third period. It was like the first period, but...
Assistant number 21, Brian.
Think that's making Grandpa's birthday any better?
I'm sure it is.
His third of the year, 2 of them on power plays. Elfring brings it in. He was the penalized player who is now released with the power play goal. Minnesota 2 on the power play, 1 shorthanded today. and they have a total of 4, but the Tigers have 6. Now here comes Smith with Wasley, the defenseman. The shot by Smith hit Rude, trailing the play Woog on the follow-up, and Bach has to make the save, and he holds on. We're 3 minutes here into the third period, and it's a 2-goal game again. Second and third of the season. Here's Woog, the drop, the shot by Smith. That hit Needham in the helmet or face, and he is stunned.
That's Bonin for Hankinson and Godbout at 6:21.
Bob Needham took the full.
It's a little uncomfortable for a while, but the reason for the masks and also the helmets are evident in a situation like that.
Minnesota has cut the lead to 2 once again. They've scored twice here in the period, but they've also given up a goal. And at center ice, they battle for it. It sneaks through into Golden Gopher territory. So still a long way from over, as Minnesota seems to be quite resilient here. A block at the line, but the Tigers have lost control of the puck. It's batted ahead by the glove hand of Crowley. And now they jam up on the near boards. Puck comes back in on the goaltender Steve DeBus. Whacked at and played in deeper by Tanberg. Zwackman. Checo. Here's Woog. Checo took a hit on the wall from Clark, and Godbout after it with Tanberg again. Dan Woog there to help out. Now Greg Zwackman. Checo, ran right into Smith in a big collision. Both players get up there all right. Tanberg left wing. And Zwackman with a good play to knock it off the stick of Tanberg, but he gets it right back and fires for the corner of the net, and a nice save by DeBus. Colin Schmidt. Boom there by Checo. And Elfring dumps it in. Bonin behind the net.
On that shot.
At center ice. Puck knocked down at the line by Godbout. Here's Woog at center, playing it for Checo, but it's taken away from him on a nice play by John Austin. Austin brings it in, threads the needle, but the pass to Tanberg just got away. Nice play by John Austin. Back behind the net, this is Woog. Austin's played on the fourth line, but he's made a couple of nifty plays here. Needham, and Zwackman will go after it. Bangs it away. Austin gets the puck, shoots it in. The Tigers touch up, and the Gophers will go in after it.
Good effort by Austin. He just wanted to get in. Danny Woog in the center ice position. So as time unfolds here, Doug Woog trying to get some people on there can make some things happen.
Bodker in a race with Godbout for the puck. And now here's Dan Woog playing it around behind the net to Andy Brink. Quick outlet, finds Nick Checo. And he flips it to the corner, elects to go in after it himself, beats Elfring to the puck, but then ran out of passing possibilities. It comes back out at center. Christofferson with Bodker. Stops and chews up some time, gets it to Elfring. He throws it high and into the netting, and yet another whistle with 4:01 to go. 3 points to 1 after the two teams had tied yesterday. Opener, but also an All-America night as the Gophers celebrate the return of their team to home ice and celebrate an honor posted to Brian Bonin last year.
Golden Gopher Hockey. I'd like to introduce your 1995-96 Golden Gopher Hockey team. A senior from Edina, Minnesota, number 2, Greg Zwackman. Junior from Bloomington, Minnesota, number 4, Brian LaFleur. Senior from Bloomington, Minnesota, number 5, co-captain Dan Treble. Senior from Edina, Minnesota, number 6, Charlie Wasley. Sophomore from Moorhead, Minnesota, number 7, Ryan Pratt. Sophomore from Edina, Minnesota, number 9, Casey Hankinson. Freshman from Bloomington, Minnesota, number 10, Mike Anderson. Freshman from Warroad, Minnesota, number 14, Wyatt Smith. Senior from South St. Paul, Minnesota, number 17, Dave Larson. Senior from Bemidji, Minnesota, number 18, Andy Brink. Freshman from Anoka, Minnesota, number 19, Reggie Berg. Sophomore from Bloomington, Minnesota, number 20, Mike Crowley. Senior from Cloquet, Minnesota, number 22, Jesse Bergliot. Junior from South St. Paul, Minnesota, number 23, Dan Wu. Sophomore from Woodbury, Minnesota, number 26, Jason Godbout. Freshman from St. Louis Park, Minnesota, number 27, Eric Rasmussen. Senior from Roseville, Minnesota, number 30, Jeff Moan. Junior from Bloomington, Minnesota, number 33, Nick Checo. Sophomore from Rochester, Minnesota, number 34, Steve DeBus. And the head coach of the Golden Gophers is Mr. Doug Wu. The assistant coaches are Mike Gensel and Tom Ward. To help us celebrate the beginning of a new season, we are also honored to have 12 former All-American players with us tonight. Please give them a warm Mariucci Arena welcome as we bring these former Gopher greats to center ice. From 1940, Harold Paulson. From 1954 and 1955, John Mayasich. From 1958, Mike Pearson. From 1959, Murray Williamson. From 1963, Lou Nanny. From 1965, Doug Wu. From 1968, Gary Gambucci. From 1970, Wally Old. From 1975, Mike Polich. From 1980, Tim Parr. From 1981, Steve Alseth. And from 1985, Pat Micheletti. The University of Minnesota Golden Gopher Hockey All-American. Gentlemen, I'd like to direct your attention to the east end of Mariucci Arena. One of the great attractions of your new arena has been the two All-American murals located on the eastern wall. Tonight, we'd like to begin a new chapter in Golden Gopher hockey history by unveiling a new mural our mural that now includes our newest Gopher All-American, Brian Bonin. Here to unveil our new mural are Brian's parents, Phil and Molly Bonin, and his brother, Brett. Director Mark Dienhart in welcoming the final member of the 1995-96 Hockey Gophers, senior co-captain from White Bear Lake, Minnesota, last year's WCHA Player of the Year, and the Gophers' newest All-American choice, number 21, Brian Bonin.
And a little light rain adds a terrific glisten here to the scene at Mariucci Arena, where the Golden Gophers are getting ready to take on the Seawolves. Tom Reed, here's our Tires Plus game plan.
Frank, I don't think there's any question.
And with all of the All-America hoopla before the start of the game tonight, I should also mention there are two first-team All-Americans from Alaska Anchorage as well. Back in 1984, Dennis Sorensen and Mike Mall were named NCAA Division II-3 All-Americans. It's a school that has built up a rich hockey tradition in the regime of Rush Christensen, who will be our guest, by the way, coming up at our first. Leaves it there. Now a long lead. Look for Jeff Edwards off his skate. He directs it into the zone, but Minnesota regains control. Eric Rasmussen ran into the check of Reed, but trailing the play, Wolf makes a nice play to get it in. Here's Rasmussen shooting. Rebound, goal! Crowley jams it in front, 2-1.
Picks up on it, and he just puts it away. Good, powerful stride here by Rasmussen. Lets a shot go. Goaltender can't handle the second one, and the Gophers take the lead again.
And a nice play by Woog back at the blue line to keep everything started. And I'll tell you, they moved the puck around well. A tough one to defend, and now Woog gets it out at center. Driven back to the line, a delayed offside. It's knocked down by Rasmussen. He and Wyatt Smith bring it in, but there are three Seawolves back there, and Rodicalio, with a terrific hip check, breaks up the play. Now Kowal's drop pass to Rodicalio. He puts it right in the goal mouth, and it's steered away by Moan. Mika Rodicalio, number 32, a native of Finland, the leading scorer for the Seawolves with 6 points coming in. And now here's Dan Treble. Goes cross rink, it's behind Wood, too far for everybody. And an icing call. Under ice. One. Kraft, Wyatt Smith may have heard a footstep or two, looked up to see a check coming at him, and then watched as the puck rolled away. There's Todd Beathard back at his own line to get the puck, brought in now for Minnesota by Treble. And Davis leaves it behind the net, where Meek was jammed up. And Crowley waits for a loose puck to come to him. 4-on-4 means an awful lot more room on the ice on this big sheet. Here's Dan Wu. Finds Wyatt Smith. The Minnesota freshman brings it in off of Crowley's stick. Back to center. Come the Wolves. Rodicalio shot off the skate of Treble, and Crowley has the loose puck. Races ahead with Bonin. Bonin from the far point is played in deep by Kowal. Right up the middle, Thornborough a shot, and a big save in traffic by Jeff Moe. The Wolves have failed on their only power play opportunity thus far tonight. That was early in the game when Dave Larson went off, and Minnesota wound up scoring shorthanded. In the slot, Kowal drops it back, and it's played in deep once again to Jack Kowal at the side. They try to roll it in front, and rolls up the side of the net. Right up the middle, Thornborough with a shot, a rebound off the face of the net. Bowen may have got a piece of that one. Now Thornborough trying to get the puck free, does a great job to get it to the middle, but it's intercepted by Smith. He takes his time and shoots it down. There was great movement on the power play too.
You got to prove yourself. You've got to show me that you want to play, that you can play. And the attitude is so important, I mean, to be able to do that.
Crowley centered it, and it hit a body, went wide. Wood puts it in front, hoping to get a skate. Now Kowal is bumped and goes down as the horn sounds, and period number 1 of hockey comes to an end. In a moment, he'll be visiting with Mike Crowley after this timeout.
The goaltender wasn't in the net. I could get there, but he lost control of the puck momentarily, just enough time to give the netminder Davis a chance to get back into that crease area.
Rockman playing it in. There's a shot fired from the right wing and a goal. It'll go to Wyatt Smith.
The things we have to have if we're going to be successful as freshmen who are going to make some plays. Danny Wu makes a nice play here. He draws a defender, gives it to Wyatt Smith. Left-hand shot coming down that right wing position. He just beats the netminder.
Number 2 this year for Wyatt Smith. Now Minnesota 4, Anchorage 1. And behind the net, a traffic jam. Woog right in there. Radicalio takes him to the far corner in a very authoritative manner. Rasmussen trying to kick it free, trying to battle his way past Derek Meek. And a shot turned away by Davis. Watchman playing it down low again.
Frank, that faceoff becomes important now when you look at the icing call. One more step and it would not have been an icing call. It brings all the way down, results in a goal.
Really good point, Tom. Here's Wasley back to get it in his own end, finds Wyatt Smith, who finds Rasmussen, tries to battle through the check. He drops it back for Woog, and that shot hit the back of somebody's leg. Here's Smith looking for Rasmussen. A couple of freshmen on this line with the junior Dan Woog. Rasmussen and Smith on the wings. Thornborough getting control. Lobs it out at center ice. It comes bounding down and is controlled by Brink. 1-goal lead. Caught up on just about everything that's happening in college hockey. Thornborough at center. 2-on-2, they bring it in. Nice drop pass for Whitey, fired a rocket wide. Minnesota 4 and Anchorage 2. Woog slips it ahead, gets a return pass from Rasmussen, and the shot goes off a shin pad wide. In the slot, Crowley weaving his way in, and finally is dumped by White, but still got the shot off. And now we wait for the puck to come loose. Greg Shepard is in no hurry to blow the whistle. Last week they were blowing every frozen puck along the board.
They were.
Smith, nice save by Davis. Rasmussen. That shot's deflected. And here in the middle of the second period, both teams grinding it out. Rush broken up by Rasmussen, and he launches it back in. Coming up just a bit. Coming into the game with just 1 assist in 4 games played. And is now, as Tom mentioned, picked up his 3rd assist just here tonight. The penalty was the goal was a power play goal, 5-on-4, because the penalty to Valliere for cross-checking had just expired, and that meant that the goal wiped out the remainder of the Meek penalty for charging. So those 2 penalties put the Seawolves down for well better than a minute and a half, down 2 men. Here's Dan Woog. Minnesota has opened up here a 4-goal lead with 3 goals alone in this second period. They scored 3 in the first. Walkman knocking the puck back out at center. Woog racing after it, but it's batted away from him. And from center ice, shot deep by Walkman. And a little action after the whistle. 4 minutes to go here in the second period. And a loose puck along the near side, grabbed by Ryan Kraft. All alone in front is Crowley, and he gets the shot off, even though he was well covered in front of him. Now goes to its 5th power play.
Mike Gensel, who heads up the power play, and Brian LaFleur, who he feels has been one of the strongest players on the ice in training camp and throughout the first part of the season. And when you're on the power play like that, that sends a message to the players as well. Hey, maybe I'm doing something good that I deserve to be here on the power play, and maybe I can work just a little bit harder and make some good things happen for us.
And Woog setting up to LaFleur, stand on it, and Thornborough fires the puck out of the zone. Jeff Moan way out to play it, played it up off the far rail, hands it away, and the puck back into the corner. Andy Brink over to pick it up. Now 10 seconds remain on the penalty to Tom Kowal. Nice block out at center ice. Back with our second intermission right after this. There's never in a game of hockey time to let up.
No, there isn't. One of the things also, they can't allow the luxury of just having everybody go into the offensive zone because they have a 4-goal lead. You want to make sure that you still have somebody back there to help out those defensemen so you don't give the Seawolves a chance to get back into the game.
With the exception of Nick Checo.
Right, that's right.
He can freewheel. Checo, I don't know, maybe he's having fun at their expense, but Checo and Hankinson still without a point.
Danny Woog making a nice play there. I was in the prone position to just knock the puck out over the blue line, but Doug Woog wants him to concentrate more on the offensive part of the game. And I think when he does that, you know, he knows full well he's got the capabilities. He can make some things happen. He's got great speed, very tenacious.
Prevost back to get it in his own end. Lead pass out at center ice. Valliere was dropped after he was hit by Zwackman. Eric Rasmussen. Prevost giving chase. Puck played down deep. Minnesota 7 and Anchorage 2. Darren Week gets a piece of it, but Zwackman got it to the line, not out. Rochlow keeping it in. Prevost after it once more. Jammed off the puck by Wasley. Jeff Moan out to handle and to help it around to the corner. But it's played in deeper. Rasmussen hit Valliere, who gets right back up and floats one into the far corner. Blocked at the line by Jack Cole. Now it's played ahead for Rasmussen. He stays onside. He's got a man up the middle. Wyatt Smith! And he kind of shanked that one and then goes barreling in. Watching. Off on pay television up in Anchorage to join us again tomorrow, as Doug Woog says. He thinks the Seawolves are quite capable of making some adjustments after...
We have the stamina. We need some bigger guys. We need the big guys on the ice, too. But he says towards the end of the season, the guys are too small. He said they really get fatigued.
At center ice, they scrap for the puck. It bounces free. And the lead pass to Eric Rasmussen broken up at the line by Millimuck, the defenseman. Here's LaFleur to get it again. And broken up on the far side by Valliere. Wasley behind his own net. It takes an Anchorage bounce and then a Minnesota bounce. And no one really had control of it. Now to LaFleur once more. With this high offense, we haven't been able to talk too much about Brian LaFleur's improved defensive play this year. Here comes Rochlow. 7.5 minutes now left on the clock. And here comes Wyatt Smith, who among the Minnesota freshmen, and it is a very high talented freshman class, Doug Woog is most high, we think, on Wyatt Smith, who is just a natural two-way hockey player. Has that instinct to play both ends of the rink well.
Well, when you come from War Road, you've got to play hockey up there. They got a great program, and Kerry's doing a great job with that club up there as well, winning the state high school tournament this past season.
Now, Kerry Eads is not going to let anybody loaf and be a one-way hockey player.
No, you don't want to loaf if he's coaching. Or you could be one.
Like one way out the door, you're saying, eh? Wyatt Smith going after it. Won a state high school championship. And it rolls loose behind the net. A look at Minnesota's 8-goal production here at Mariucci Arena. Best since they played Denver now. And we're back to a 4-on-4 situation. Heskey hasn't seen very many shots. Couple.
Well, the players realize also we have a new goaltender who did not fare very well last time in, so let's give him some extra protection here, and that's what they're trying to do.
Meek and Smith in a pitched battle for the puck. No penalties called out of that. Puck brought in now by Darren Meek, the defenseman, shooting off the edge of the glove. And Ranacalio's shot easily steered into the corner. 3:20 to go in the game. Now Wood to center. Lipset. Smith on his backhand. He pushed it all the way through. Did a good job to get the shot off with Aaron Bradley all over it. Pass too far for the Seawolf player Cole at center ice. The wall
down. We haven't seen anybody slow him down yet, and Millimuck, as a result, will get that 2-minute minor penalty, putting the Gophers on the power play. Coach Doug Woog looks a little relaxed behind the bench right now. When you're winning by that much of a margin, you can be very relaxed.
Very relaxed. And they pretty much have played the entire third period rather relaxed.
But you know, when you look at the Gophers this year, the first 2 weekends, they played pretty well out in CC. They played poorly in the second period, and I thought the night before, or the afternoon before on Saturday, they played well. They played good for 2 periods on Sunday. But by playing bad in 1 period, cost them.
Scramble here. LaFleur trying to craft. Like the Wyatt Smith trying to stuff it in. And that bad period last week, they were about as bad as they can be, and the Tigers were as high as they could be, and that's why it got so lopsided there. But right now, they're having their way of it. 6 seconds remain in the period, and the fans finally acknowledge the victory. And the horn sounds to end this hockey game. They'll wrap it up in a moment. The result. A lot of the other leagues, they'll play a game here and there because they're close geographically. They'll make a bus trip in for 1 game and then back home. And I really appreciate seeing 2 games in 2 nights.
You're absolutely right. And also, you get a chance to give something back. You play a game that maybe it wasn't as strong as you'd hoped it would be. You get a chance to come right back the next night and do something.
Wyatt Smith trying to dart in, makes a great move and a huge save by Edwards. Wow, what a move by Smith. But he did fight that one off beautifully. That was a heck of a rush. So we're seeing some skilled plays both ways here, even though it is a nothing game. Ew. Everybody, that puck had something bad on it. Nobody wanted it. Here's Godbout knocking it around. Rasmussen now finally gets it out. Sidesteps a check, in over the line, trying to beat the D, but he is taken to the corner hard by Darren Meek.
Nice play, defensive play by Meek. He took Rasmussen out of the play, was still able to get the puck himself and move it back up the ice.
If you look at the way Rush Christensen has his defense lineup, he's got pretty like a blue chip with each of the 3 tandems, so he doesn't have really his first period numbers. Checo trying to shoot it in front. Now Zwackman playing it deep. And it's dug off the corner by Wyatt Smith. We're 5 skaters aside here, but Minnesota being afforded plenty of time to set up. Now Checo roughed him in the corner by Jason White, and there is some in-your-face stuff. Make that Dan Woog, who is in there, taking a pretty good beating. Really had a few facial features rearranged, but he battles to get the puck to Checo. That was a hell of a shift by Woog. Out to center ice. And now Zwackman goes after it. Here comes Smith. And under 2 minutes in a period. SC, your college hockey connection. And for those of you watching, and again, we welcome the viewers up in Anchorage on pay-per-view. Sometimes that's why we don't quite spot your guys as quickly as you'd like us to. But we're working hard. Yeah, excuses. I guess they just docked me for admitting to the mistake.
We know they're in the dark uniform.
Yeah, they are. All right, that power play was very short indeed. 5-on-5 hockey now. Valier's pass gets away from Meek, and he slips it low. Prevost raced after it. It comes to the near corner again. Mason Rosslow after it. The freshman tied up. Valier is there as well. And they grind out on the wall. Brought to center ice. Wyatt Smith was impeded there and slow in getting up. Did he get a knee twisted or what?
He may have. He actually had the stick was caught in the blade of the skate. There's
of the year, a rebound chance in front. That time by Dan Woog, and Davis comes up with a big stop. Now it's knocked away from Zwackman. Comes loose to the near rail. And McCann is there to shoot it deep. The bus plays it around. And that was Silverman waiting for it. It's in the slot, rolls away. Now played down low once more. Silverman gets free to get the puck again. Tries to get away from Woog. Woog gets the interception. Rasmussen can't get it out of the zone. Then Woog with some help to get it to center, and it's knocked away from Wyatt Smith. So Zwackman again. And he backhands it in. Crowd. Oops. making sure that we're always honest. 3 each for South St. Paul and Rosen. And at center, Anderson. Mega Rasmussen breaking in. Valliere takes him to the corner. And Bradley with the puck. Tipped out at center ice. And Rocheleau has it. It's a long shot off. DeBus with the save. And Woog right there to take the puck back. Now Prevost trying to shoot it around. And here's Bill Cohn. Off a skate right up the middle of Prevost. DeBus the save. A scramble for the rebound. But the Minnesota goalie hangs down. Quite a scramble. And it remains 3-0 at Mariucci Arena.
By the Seawolves, and just 4 shots by the Gophers.
Yeah. Draw to White. He fires a blast right on. Puck played with a high stick by Minnesota, and as soon as they touch the puck again, the whistle goes. So Jason White to pick up the loose puck. Check by Crowley, and then they lost it. Rasmussen leading the charge for Minnesota, but he is stripped of the puck by the defenseman Bradley. And the Seawolves start back. Radicalio with a drop pass. Jack Kowal's shot is broken up. Wyatt Smith across to Rasmussen. He's got Woog over right up the middle alone, but elected to shoot and fired way high. Here's Wyatt Smith centering it. That's broken up by the goaltender. The backhand by Woog just missed. Wyatt Smith again playing it to the line, but it was intercepted and shot out all the way down, and an icing call.
Olympic size, it's a lot longer place to shoot from.
Another rocket stop, and then it's fired down by Anchorage. Just a couple more seconds, 3 to be exact, on the penalty to Beathard. And the penalty killers do the job again. Now brought in by Wyatt Smith, and he throws it into the left wing corner. 5.5 minutes to go in this period. A quick reminder that when we go to our intermission, we'll bring you into the coach's office again live here at Mariucci Arena. Get some insight from Go power play and then the penalty to Cone. 3:02 to go in the period. And here's Treble. Gets it out at center ice. Woog battles to get it free in the slot for Wyatt Smith. Prevost broke it up and centered by Smith. And it's back to center once more. Treble, take his time. Gets it to Crowley. He'll retreat as far as he can before he has to shoot it all the way down to kill off more time on the Cone penalty. Now here's Bradley. And he'll lead the rush up ice. Freshman from North Delta, BC. White centers it. Knocked down by Treble. Cleared by Crowley off the glass and all the way down. Maybe one more rush for Anchorage if they get going. Pass is picked up by Rocheleau. And he takes it into the corner. That was a nice outlet. Now Woog this time. And the shot comes right on DeBus. 13 left on the power play, and it's easily chipped out of the zone by Bonin. And 20 seconds left in the period. Prevost back to get it. Dan Treble about to step on. Collision on the far side as Woog broke up the rush. Treble is back on. The puck back out at center. 7 seconds in the period. Play is onside. A left wing shot turned away by DeBus. Woog gets the rebound and he gets it out of the zone. And the buzzer will bring this period of hockey to an end. And from center ice he shoots it in. DeBus has to make the stop. Rasmussen to Woog. And off a stick of Wyatt Smith it goes deep. Woog waiting for it. Rasmussen after it. Checked there by Jason White. Right in front. Woog a second try. And Davis big again. Here's Woog to pick it up once more. Digs it out of the corner. Tried to center it. It hit a skate. Now it's driven around by Eric Silverman. Intercepted. Wyatt Smith walking in. Walks around. Lost control. Davis very quickly jumps on it before Rasmussen can get to the loose puck.
This line playing very well for the Gophers. Rasmussen and Wyatt Smith and Danny Woog getting some good opportunities. And finally Davis just grabbing onto that puck as he did not have a lot of help defensively there. You watch here, all of a sudden the puck comes out in front. Woog is there to take the pass from Smith. Takes the first shot, gets the second shot. can't put it away. But they come right back again, and Wyatt Smith, that long reach, the old Bobby Smith move here, as he comes around, tries to stuff it in the short corner, but he could not get to it, and Wu coming in on the other side. Rasmussen almost had the free puck as well. Yeah. In Minnesota, you've got a little more experience on the part of the Gophers. Just had a lot more experience.
Yeah, Tom Kowal back to get it. 50 seconds left on the power play. Nice move by Prevost to get it in. Actually, Grabinski. Grabinski goes outside. Wook takes it away and shoots it right down. And there's the time left for the Anchorage power play.
On the power play, the first thing you want to do is get into that offensive zone, then control the puck there, make the plays, don't give it away.
Prevost flipping it in. The bus is there to take it away. Jason White-Ross, I thought he
on for the Minnesota Gophers.
Now from the faceoff, they go after the puck behind the Minnesota net, and it gets away from Wyatt Smith at the last second. And now, and I thought you were a true hockey fan. What?
Well, you got to keep your strength up. You got to eat if you want to play. Yeah, ice cream's worth more than the puck.
Prevost takes a hit from Rasmussen. And now the puck deflects around at center. It's brought in by the defenseman Meek. He's tied up by the defenseman Crowley. And Woog lifts it high in the air to get it out of the zone. Instead, it goes into the stands.
Four penalties will turn things around. That's the jinx.
Here's Godbout. And Swachman in the corner. Godbout knocks that loose puck away. 2:25 left on those double minors to Brink. Swachman takes his man out. Here's Grabinski with the puck. Back behind to Prevost. Now to White for a one-timer. Oh, the buck lost it. It's a goal. On the power play, the Seawolves get one, and they'll still have another full 2 minutes of power play. And Grabinski is tossed. Boy, they're really getting picky on those faceoffs this year.
Eventually, the players will get used to it, and they'll know they'll have to hold their position.
Now the Seawolves rush on the power play comes to center. Grabinski got it in, and then Treble was there to swat it out. Pass broken up by Wood. Prevost stays onside. Valliere on the far side. 22 with a man advantage, or less. Wyatt Smith tried to center it. It comes to Woog. Right in front. Here's Crowley pushing it towards the net. And the goaltender Davis is there to hang on. Maybe one pass. Woog's line out there. A little pressure now from Rasmussen. And Bradley takes his time, gets the pass to center. And it is brought in by Clayton Reed. Reed in the corner, got it in front. And Valliere pokes it into the far side. We'll go right back to the near side. Reed centering attempt hits Smith. There's Rasmussen to get the loose puck. With Woog. Rasmussen trying to get around Meek. Puts it in the crease. Davis covers up. He might got offensive player of the week.
Of course, Brian Bonner had it last week.
Here's a giveaway in the Minnesota end, and a shot fired wide by Grabinski. The second shorthanded, or the second breakaway alone that the Seawolves have had in this game. Silverman had one earlier, and they misfire on both. Finding himself down by 4, Rasmussen battling after the puck. Meek first man to it. He's jammed up. Tom Kowal is there. Can't get it out. Wyatt Smith played it in off a skate. And there is the final and the wrap-up of this year's World Series. A thrilling, must have been, 1-0 win by the Braves. Quick centering pass for Wyatt Smith. And he got a nice shot off, but missing the target. Shot nice because he was well covered coming down the slot. 90 seconds left in this one. It's the National Hockey Center in St. Cloud. The teams are Minnesota and St. Cloud State. You put that foursome into the mix, and you've got the makings for some high emotion. Redirected by Jason Stewart. It comes in on goal, and Moan leaves it for LaFleur. Up on the near wall, Mike O'Connell keeps it alive for St. Cloud, and it's back out at center ice. From center, Randy Best shooting it in. LaFleur in a horse race. He is flattened with a thundering check thrown by Jason Stewart. And now an elbow comes up, and there'll be a Minnesota penalty coming here as Bosley gave Stewart a big-time elbow. Power play numbers brought for the St. Cloud State Huskies here as they set up, getting it to Mike O'Connell. Now it's played in deep by Geisbauer. TJ Leffler to pick it up. Adam Rodak back for Leffler. A diving play by Woog. He can't get it out of the zone. Gets some help from Crowley, shorthanded, throwing it in deep, and Wyatt Smith goes after it.
St. Cloud State is #1 in the WCHA in the power play coming into this weekend. This is an area that they really excel on when they have that man.
Cullen and Woog to face off, and they're going to wave Cullen out. Paradise comes in, and Paradise wins the face-off. Melson, senior out of Plymouth, around behind his own net. Now the power play begins for St. Cloud State. In the slot, the puck bounds around. Finally controlled by Paradise. High slot, long shot. And that goes wide of the target. Might have gone up.
And you know full well that they've got the players on the ice that can make some things happen. This is one of their strong points of this season so far.
They have power play goals from Cullen and Parrish, 2 each. And Moline and Nelson chipping in with 3 each. Now here's Paradise. Nelson, wide open. Shot hit traffic, poked away by Wosley. This is Cullen. Waits. Finds Melson. Screen shot! And a hop to the corner. Away from Moan, but bounced away to the corner. Now at the line, Melson waits for it. Goes down low once more. Parrish back to the point, but Melson can't hold his own, and he'll go back. A rush by Melson, broken up by LaFleur. Leffler throwing it high in the air, and it comes down to Brink, who backtracks to his own line as the penalty to Cullen is over, and we're 5 skaters aside. LaFleur dumped on the far side. Minnesota onside as Wood gains the zone. Hit thrown in the corner by Eric Rasmussen. And now by Wyatt Smith. And Paradise pokes it to center ice. He's dropped down. Fans want to call. There will be none. And from center, they lead it to Cullen. He's jammed up by Zwackman. Standing by at ice level is our Ryan Lefevre.
Frank, thanks a lot. The player who might have been tripped on that play is Mark Parrish. You know, you talked in the open how Matt Cullen and Ryan Kraft are former teammates, and they're seeing some familiar faces playing high school hockey together. Well, Mark Parrish is a Minnesota Mr. Hockey finalist from a year ago. 5 former teammates on the ice for Mark Parrish. 5 Bloomington Jefferson players for the University of Minnesota. I believe that was a trivia question last week.
It might have been. Did you get it right?
I know I did.
I did too. Oh, another big save by Lisa. This time stopping Godbout, who has really railroaded into the corner. And now Rasmussen stood up behind the net by Best. And this is about as physical a game as we've seen this year. Somebody takes the glove, and Australian rugby there. We're going to have a delayed penalty coming up.
I think for grabbing onto that puck and throwing it like that, for grabbing onto it, would be the reason for it.
And I thought Cullen touched it, but apparently not. Now here is the puck played back out. That's on goal. 7 of them have to be on the doorstep. And the 8th would have been that long shot by Crowley that made it into the net. Wu gets center ice. Minnesota ahead now by 2 goals, 3-1. And down low is Wyatt Smith, who's taken to the rail pretty hard on the play by Andy Vicari. And here's a wraparound try by Smith. That's the easiest save. Well, as we return to the National Hockey Center, Minnesota gains control of the puck, and they're going to go down a man on a tripping penalty on Eric Rasmussen. We'll take a break here at the National Hockey Center, get underway with our intermission, and we'll be joined by everybody. Here's a real race for it. Melson and Hankinson, and Melson wins the race. Leffler then gives it right back to Hankinson, but he was making a cut, couldn't get to the puck. Woog from center ice shoots it in. Leffler back to get it. 3-1 Minnesota leads. We're early in the second. Pass too far for everybody, but no icing. Here's Schwachman. Godbout in the corner. And out at center ice. McCary back to get it. Play kept alive by Woog. And back to Andy McCary again. Out at center ice, Jason Stewart. Oh, I guess that plays onside, but Minnesota gains control. And Woog back the other way. Nice pass. He finds Godbout. And then the drop for Rasmussen fails to work. Rasmussen hit and knocked down by Best. Woog has the puck, centers it, a shot, leaps to the save, stops the rebound by Wyatt Smith, and then covers up a third time and comes up pushing. Oh, he's barking away down in that pile, too.
Well, Stewart also came up at the end and pushed down Rasmussen after the play was over for about 2
Here tonight.
Watch right here, nice little play here. All of a sudden, Godbout gets rid of the puck a little bit too quickly, and all of a sudden Rasmussen comes in for the puck. He'll come back into the center ice area. Well, look at the bodies going right here as well. All of a sudden the puck comes into the slot area. That's where it's critical. When it gets there, those are the places you can make a goal from. And all of a sudden everyone just pushing in there, and Wyatt Smith trying to get to the puck as well. To not do so is...
And an excellent pass by Kraft to just thread that needle from behind the net. Rasmussen, Woog, and well, they're not going to give an assist to Kraft, not yet anyway.
They will.
They better.
Yes.
Here's Leeds out to reach for the puck. Now Adam Rodak. Minnesota now with a 4-1 lead over St. Cloud State, and back to get it is LaFleur. From center ice, Wyatt Smith shoots it in, then he's roughed up by O'Connell. But now Best goes after it in the corner and shoots it around. Bachman holds the zone, took a hit. And it comes free, and it's shot out by Rob Klasnick. Brother Dave used to play for Denver University. Klasnick's of Pittsburgh, PA. Klasnick spinning at the line to shoot it in. One of his teammates was Kraft. Cullen just ran into Rasmussen. Here's Schwachman. And as he shot it in from center, there would be an offside. Bandage there showing Baird played some of his high school hockey at Anoka and also made a trip to the U.S. League. He had a look at shots on goal. Pretty lopsided. In the slot, the Huskies gain control. Back to the line. A shot kicks up some snow at the base of the net. A long screen shot by Andy McCary nearly found its mark. Here's McCary again. And now forced to the corner. McCary shovels it right up the middle. No one there except Dan Woog. Wyatt Smith. And Smith has trouble keeping up with the puck. And that forced Dan Woog to go down onto his knees and then offside.
That was a give and go play. Woog wanted to get the puck to Smith, which he did. Smith couldn't control it. He wanted to get it back over to Woog, and Danny had just skated over top of that blue line before the puck did, and before Smith could get it over top of the blue line. So the offside call goes against the Gophers.
Up to the Moorhead connection in this game. We'll be back after this.
Shots and the quality of shots. So often a team will talk about the number of shots they've had, but look at the area that the Gophers are shooting from. Everything in that slot area. And although the score is 4-1, it could be much greater than that, except for the player Brian Leitza, who has played and performed very well for the
Klasnick, the sophomore center, and Ryan Frisch, the freshman right winger, also out of Moorhead. Nelson back to get the puck. And Rasmussen applying some pressure, but as Nelson lost the puck, Rasmussen lost his skates. Now it's off Brian LaFleur deep in the Minnesota end. Goulet centers it, and a shot to go. A play out of nowhere. And Reeder, 5 minutes into period 3, as it's dumped in deep by Klasnick. In the corner, Frisch centers it, and it's taken away by Woog. He'll throw it down to get some icing and to get some...
Here at the National Hockey Center really comes to life when the Gophers come to town. In fact, the crowd almost increases by 30% when the Gophers. Take a look at this graphic. Over capacity when Minnesota's in town, 105%, just 70% when other teams are here.
I see you're keeping a goodly distance from the crowd as well. They do get hopped up here. Oh, they love it. Here comes Crowley. O'Connell reaching forward. It's cleared out to center. And Rasmussen to pick it up again. He throws it down low. A lot of time left in this one. 4-2 game, Minnesota with the lead. Lead pass gets through everybody. George Iwata goes after it, but Wood is there first, and now picked up by Treble. Off a couple of sticks at center ice. And Apple Valley's Mike O'Connell back to get it. Here's O'Connell, Jr. A big collision with Anders Rasmussen. Nice speed. Move. Shooting. He shot high. And Leitza makes the save and holds on.
To pick up the puck on the faceoff.
Woog's line is out for Minnesota as the puck is knocked down at center ice by Wasley. And then Wasley shoots it all the way down. Rasmussen after it. Oh, and he's thrown headlong into the boards in a lockup with Ryman, but both players get out of it okay. Sticks are swinging, and now they finally break. All of this happening way away from the puck. Yeah, took a belt from Melson at center ice. Here comes Rasmussen. Rasmussen in over the line. And the second period of this game had a very low intensity level, but it's all back now. Drop pass to the line. Cullen just off the bench playing it deep. Crowley had a piece of it. There's a centering pass for Cullen. A good save by Mo. Parrish on the rebound. That's blocked by Crowley. And it looks like they want to freeze it. Kick loose. Laid down low by Becker. And there's a real pitch battle behind the net. Paradise was dropped by Zwack. Draw to Leffler. Screen shot. And it comes through. And Moan has to cover it. I didn't think that puck had a prayer getting in there.
Those trick shots are what scared goaltenders. Minnesota lost the faceoff, and that was the key there. When you win the faceoff in the offensive zone, you can make some things happen. Watch right here. It'll come back to Leffler. He really doesn't get good wood on it. And underneath everybody, look at the bodies in front. So the goaltender's screen, all of a sudden he spots at the last second and gets the big mitt down there with the big stick and is able to grab onto it.
Audible reminder to pull the goalie. And now Moline tips it, but there will be icing.
There, and
It's a great streak.
picked up a gold medal in the 95 Olympic Festival this past summer.
Cullen against Woog for this important face-off. 23 seconds left in regulation, a one-goal game, and Minnesota happy to send it to center to chew up more time on the clock, and they play it low. You see the clock in the lower right. Leitza still in, now he wanders out, and now he darts for the bench. As it's off Paradise's stick, it goes deep. Leffler tries to center. 2 seconds left, and Minnesota has to hang on for victory. SC, your Gopher Hockey Connection.
Your college hockey connection.
First 4 games before he ran into a bit of a slump. Cullen last night without a point. And now the puck rolls into the corner. Well, last night we had just an electrifying start to the game. It's much quieter here in the first period at Mariucci. And it's rolled down low by Eric Rasmussen. Rasmussen throws a check in the corner. Nick Checo, who has been moved off that top line with Brian Bonin, and now playing in a third unit with Dan Woog at center and Rasmussen on the other wing. Puck in the slot. Oh, they nearly fed it to Rasmussen, but it was taken away by the Huskies, and from center ice, Rock Plastic shoots it in. Now picked up by Crowley. To 11. St. Cloud came into the weekend leading the WCHA not only in power play, but also in the penalty kill. Hit on the near boards thrown by Wyatt Smith. Here's Dan Woog reaching for a puck that was rolling. And Kelly Reeder takes it back, and he'll try to set up the St. Cloud power play. Out at center ice, there's the Hardy's power play number showing you St. Cloud at the top of the pack in the league. Here's Treble. He goes to his partner, Crowley again, and it looks like he'll have Crowley back on a point here as a penalty killer. This puck sails in, centers in. Here's a shot by Rasmussen. That's off the skate and into the corner. And Hendrickson, seeing his first shift, picks it up for Minnesota. And at the side, a backhand by Woog and a save by Leitza. And again, the track
Gophers are playing much more guarded this first half of a period than they were last night. They had that quick jump last night. I think they're a little concerned that they might give something up to the Huskies because they know how well they can play when they start to get some goals.
Nick Checo with that last shot, and it was turned away by Litza. And Hendrickson trying to knock the puck free. It comes loose to Woog. Hendrickson shoots. Litza holding his ground to make a save. Three guys converging on Litza, but he held on. Now a break here for Sasha Moline, who centers it. A backhand and a goal. Stuffed in by the freshman Jason Goulet. Number 14. Interception by Mike O'Connell at center ice. He shoots it in. Huskies touch up to stay onside. And Woog now plays it up on the far side. Pass picked off at the line by the St. Cloud defenseman Awada. Eric Rasmussen leading the rush in over the line. Checo tees it up and lets it go wide. Nice job with the skates there by Nick Checo. Got an assist last night, his first point of the year. LaFleur keeps the puck in the zone, and Rasmussen tips it into the corner. Mike O'Connell first man to it. Minnesota with a rush into the St. Cloud end. Check by Rasmussen springs the puck free, but the Huskies are able to get it. 2-on-3, they bring it in. A drop pass for Awada, and a nice play by Checo to knock it away.
One of the problems here right now is defenseman Charlie Wasley had no stick out there.
Pass too far, or just out of the reach, actually, of Rasmussen. And he pushes that scoring streak of his to 10 games going back to last year. And hot hand right now for Dan Treble. Treble finished the year last year with 9 goals. And here's Nick Checo back to get it. Under 90 seconds now in period 1. And Minnesota has a 2-1 lead. And they're offside as they touch the puck, and Woog takes a bit of a hit after the whistle, and Godbout takes exception to a hit and comes in and levels one of the St. Cloud players.
By Moline. Sasha Moline, a big guy at 6'3", 200 pounds.
Probably what he didn't like was that Moline hit Woog 5'10". Here's the play.
Watch right here. You'll see as Woog comes over the blue line, the whistle goes, and that's when he runs into him right here and then kind of skates away. But he was looking because Gabo came right in and just got the stick up. He was
1:20 left in the period. Cullen bringing it in. Rodak reaching for it. And it's back out at center. Nelson, Rodak, and it's swept away by Checo. Under a minute to go in the period. And now, Tun spins away. That, by the way, is the more mild-mannered, the new Doug Woog, who said he's really going to lay off the officials this year.
It's something to change, though. I mean, he's been coaching as long as he's been coaching. It's tough not to get involved in what's happening, and his point is well taken. He didn't start it, right, but they got the double penalty on the play nonetheless.
Here's Paradise playing it to the line. They go down low. Parrish's shot rolls up the outside of the net and perhaps the bus's stick. Paradise again at the line. Melson, they go cross rink in a hurry. Nice save by DeBus. He's down and then flops on the puck. Got MSC. And Kelly Reeder on the other. Leffler from center ice shooting it in. Tipped by Woog. And now played to the far side. A hard shot all the way through. And it rims the boards and comes all the way back into the St. Cloud end.
When you shoot from that angle, you've got to hit the net. If you don't, you can see the results of it. The puck goes wide of the net, goes along the boards, and comes all the way out and takes away their offensive power.
That was Geisbauer's shot. Here is he diving after the puck again. Reeder gets it, played it back to Leffler. Leffler back behind the net, chased by Swachman. 17 on the man advantage for the Huskies. O'Connell. This could be a big kill for Minnesota if they can snuff it out. O'Connell goes cross rink, and they play it low once more. Looking in front for O'Connell. He shot wide. And again, it's Karen who gets a couple of boards, and it's out of the zone as Hendrickson steps back on.
Well, once again, the shot wide of the net.
Back behind the net, McLaughlin. And Parrish relays it to center before he was belted. Rasmussen brings it in. Long shot, glove catch by Litza, and he plays it away to Parrish again. Quickly they work it to center ice. Cullen, let's go with a rocket and a stick save. He shot that from like 70 feet. And here is Woog backhanding it in. O'Connell, long pass to the line, and it skipped away from Paradise. Play is onside. Paradise is hit by Godbout and goes a rebound, and now from the faceoff, here's Godbout. Oh, he was taken to the rail hard. Hit by George Owada. Here's Greg Zwackman for Minnesota bringing it in onside, shot behind the net. And Owada first man to pick it up. Rasmussen at center playing it back, and now Godbout quickly to Zwackman, and he shoots it in. Off the backboards, it comes Todd Melson shooting it around. Owada gets it to Frisch at center. Frisch now drops it off to the near side, and as the Huskies bring...
And the Gophers finally had to ice the puck. And now they have a little problem here, but once again, the Huskies have not let up. They've been in this game all the way.
Here comes Godbout, and now Woog, and Litza covers up.
So you don't spray him. I didn't spray him, but I
took his head off. Yeah. Oh, that shot skipped right through Jason Godbout with the right point shot. Checo puts it in front, and it's taken away by Cullen. With Parrish to the Minnesota line, swept away by Zwackman. Paradise after it. Godbout knocks it to center. Woog after it. Played in now deep by Checo. And now here's Paradise. Off Parrish. Woog again. Oh! Have a stick up there. Cullen really smashed him, and I don't think it's over. And while they get tempers down, we'll take a break. Ragdoll. Rasmussen throwing a hit into O'Connell, and Frisch with the outlet pass. Broken up by Crowley, but gathered in by Owada. Long shot, sticked away by DeBus, and Crowley to pick it up. Two guys go after him, they miss, and Owada collides with a teammate, and here come the Gophers bringing it in, but lost control, and O'Connell can't get it out. A drop pass, here's Woog's shot, and the tip of the glove of Litza put it over top of the net. And Treble can't hold his own. Treble, his pass is intercepted, and they shinny for it at center. Now Crowley. This shot deflected by O'Connell, and a glove catch by Litza. 4-2s it in. Left side pass. They work it in deep in a hurry to Stewart, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Now Brian Bonin. Out to center ice. Wasley goes across quickly to Lafleur, and in front for Bonin, just a bit over left. And back out at center. Here's Brian Bonin. Back up by 3-on-2 as he fires. Litza gets just a piece of it to knock it away. Woog watched by O'Connell. Puck is off a skate, and it hops the boards into the Minnesota Bay. From Mariucci Arena, we'll join Ryan Lefevre right after this.
Is that they're very surprised in terms of how passive St. Cloud State is on their power kill. They're basically just letting the Gophers set their power play up. Back upstairs.
And they've taken advantage of it, going 3 for 4. Wasley playing it in. And Wasley gets the loose puck once more. Pass to the line for Woog, and he was held up there by Leffler, who lost his stick, but has another one from the bench very quickly. This is Lafleur behind the net. And now to his partner, Wasley. Woog at center. And he shoots it in. Woog, Rasmussen, and Checo on this line. Lead to Owada at the Minnesota line. It's chipped, so there's no icing here. And Treble gets it to Crowley. And right back for Treble, but it gets away from him. Somebody upended Reeder. That was Woog. And play goes on to Rasmussen. Rasmussen to the line. He's got an open lane, and he fired wide as he was checked. Just as the Checo with a pass off a skate is grabbed by Treble. Checo again brings it in, and it's flipped back out at center ice. Treble. Crowley. Here comes Checo. Centers it, and it hit Woog's skate as he was tied up, and Owada with an outlet pass. Dan Treble back to get it out of Mike Crowley. Woog waits, finds Checo. And Checo centered across there, but couldn't tip it in. Here's DeBus playing the puck away. Checo pops it back in front. A nice outlet from Wood to Crowley, 2-on-1. Looking for Rasmussen. A deflection and a goal. What a play by Crowley. And it's 5-2.
Big play by Mike Crowley, and that's what you call patience, holding on to that puck until, and also Danny Woog will get an assist on the goal as well.
Good weekend for Eric Rasmussen. Here's a backhand shot by Casey. Bonin wins the draw, pulls it back. LaFleur tries the other door to get it out. It's tipped by Woog, and then a second effort actually by Woog to get it out. And Melson back to get it. Taj Melson has had another strong game for the Huskies. This pass, however, will be on icing call. Coached by George Gwozdecki, scored some goals this year, had a sweep of Northern Michigan, and they'll be here next weekend. Among the pioneers will be Dave Klasnick, who is the Huskies' Rob Klasnick's brother, 2 years older than Rob. Kind of interesting, two brothers coming out of Pittsburgh to play the game. Here's Eric Rasmussen after it. Lockman waiting. Checo took the hit, gets right back up, goes after it, in over the line to Woog, and he centers, but Minnesota in the middle of a change. And the Huskies, Throlin and Taj Melson were, who has the puck now, we're both on the West team. I think Crowley was on that team, as well as Checo.
He won the gold medal, I believe.
I think the West team. Yep. Well, you know, it's interesting. One book says they won the bronze, and the other one says the gold. So maybe let's give them the silver. East-West. Couple of shots hit traffic in front of the net as bodies have really piled up in front of Steve DeBus. And here's Greg Zwockman. Finds an opening, shoots it all the way down. 20 seconds left in regulation time here and perhaps the game. Tipped at the line by LaFleur. And this last power play rush is going to go nowhere as it's picked up now by Gottbaum. Woog reaching for it, gets a piece of it, gets it to center. Littler plastered by Hankinson, and they call a hand pass in a hurry. We'll take a break at the line. Checo hits him. Puck tipped into the Minnesota end. Cullen trying to feed it ahead to Parrish. And they jam it up on the near side. Checo feeding it ahead. Here's Woog. Checo got the shot off, but it hit a shin pad. And McLaughlin plays it up to center. Reeder had a piece of it.
And next 8 out of 12 games starting next week up in North Dakota.
Has a bit of an unusual schedule in the WCHA this year. I think Wisconsin has like 2 home games before New Year's total. And it's on the road. See ya the rest of the time. Woog shoots from the corner, but misses. And out at center. Woog flips it right back in. And this one is all but settled, and now a whistle.
Band. Coach Doug Woog very happy with the play of
over St. Cloud brings you to Mariucci Arena for this first of a 2-game series against the Pioneers from Denver University. It comes to you live on MSC. Woog had a little tough decision to make this week, which we may talk about.
He sure did, but the other thing he remembers too is last year, remember, Denver was the first team to come here and sweep the Gophers in this building. He looks a little more relaxed than a lot of times we see him in those games, but he and George right now, that's a great shot. I mean, they're very competitive, but they know once the game is over that they're best of friends again.
Oh, good. Thanks. How about you?
Interesting contrast here. We dug an offensive-minded kind of coach. George Gwozdecki very close to the vest, defensive-minded, and advantage. Wallanaimo leaves it for Hollingshead, their senior and captain defenseman. They flip it ahead to the line, and Anderson plays it in deep. Grabbed by Dan Woog, finds a hole, shoots it out.
Nice play by Crowley there also as Comrie was coming in. He just took Comrie out of the play, and that allowed his teammate Woog to pick up the loose puck and shoot it down.
Near interception down at the other end by Danny Hendrickson. And again, down low it goes, this time to Crowley. 20 seconds roughly on the power play. Crowley taking a pretty good piece of lumber there from Anderson. Eric Anderson, big Swede, trying to play it back to the line. Gets some help now from Warren Smith. They go center point, and a shot whistles wide of the far post. Good shot by Antti Laaksonen. And now here's Smith shooting a nice save. Paul Bear with that last shot as Hankinson steps on. Warren Smith gets control of the puck again. Warren Smith chased to the corner, centers it. Laaksonen takes it to the far side. Does a little dance to get away from Crowley. Puts it right in front of the net. The puck is free. And now the big glove of Jeff Moan comes down on it.
He is going to police his own team here, and they said that's fine. We make the suspension, and we'll abide by that.
Right, so the NCAA just backed off and said everything's cool. Tough lesson to learn, though.
Boy, good ever.
It's a way to teach 28 other guys in the locker room the importance of it.
I hope they each had half a pizza. Can you imagine how they're going to steak dinner? How long they would have been out.
Here's Rasmussen getting it to Hendrickson at center. And they flip it into the corner. We've had 5 shots on goal combined for the two schools here in the first 5 minutes of the game, but no score.
Hohenheim coming up with another big pad save.
Draw back to the line. LaFleur goes down low with it. Hendrickson, Woog, Rasmussen out now for Minnesota. We passed the halfway point of the first period. Moving along pretty quickly, but there haven't been an awful lot of offensive threats. Now here comes one for the Pioneers. A 2-on-1, a centering pass. Neatly intercepted by LaFleur, and he headbands it quickly to Rasmussen, who turns up ice. Rasmussen in around Corbin. Hendrickson shooting, and Wallenheimo makes a nice save and holds on. And that's the best offensive sequence for either team in this first period, which is still scoreless.